on the next level. Yeah, I know you heard about it. You know I'm about it, and don't you ever doubt it. I'm incomparable. That's why they staring though. Turn up the stereo. Check it out, check it out, check it out. I'm not just like a sauna. New York to California. You ain't seen nothing like this. Nobody do it like this. I'm on the next level. Next level. On the next level. They all trying to catch up to my next level. Next level. On the next level. Check it out, check it out, check it out. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. You like that old school back in the music? That shit is old news. I'm popping through the ceiling. That's my motto. That's my motto. I lead, they follow. I'm about to break it down. Watch me while I work it. I'm not just like a sauna. New York to California. You ain't seen nothing like this. Nobody do it like this. I'm on the next level. Next level. On the next level. They all trying to catch up to my next level. Next level. On the next level. Check it out, check it out, check it out.
Yeah, I was born blind, I could not see, thoughtless, not free. Doctors on the scene with poisonous fists, they call it the vaccine. And if you ain't asleep, you know exactly what I mean. If my mama really knew, she would breach the roof. I just hope she knows the baby only seeks the truth. I learned not to trust the system of the institute, and I feel I need to get that knowledge into you. Mama raised a truth seeker, every day making way, exposing the deceivers, trying to wake up all the sleepers. Listen for a minute and I'll make you a believer. Mama raised a truth seeker, every day making way, exposing the deceivers, trying to wake up all the sleepers. Listen for a minute and I'll make you a believer. In school I was taught lessons, a young truther asking questions, while all these other motherfuckers guessing. Elementary just wasn't meant for me. Y'all keep your fake history, the shit is not a mystery. That it's all lies, and if all lies would open wide, and see in 2020 vision be nowhere to hide. It's so clear as a clear blue sky that we never see anymore, just trails pass by. And remember the conspiracy theorist said it's a lie. They're spraying chemicals in the air, but you still deny. So how can I get you to see anything if you're blind? Like the moon landing's fake, NASA lies all the time, and government officials are just the elite puppets. I'ma probably get murdered for saying all the shit, fuck it. Tired of this world anyway, getting bleated by the day. Sheep will keep sleeping, truth seeker, I'm away. Mama raised a truth seeker, every day making way, exposing the deceivers, trying to wake up all the sleepers. Listen for a minute and I'll make you a believer. Mama raised a truth seeker, every day making way, exposing the deceivers, trying to wake up all the sleepers. Listen for a minute and I'll make you a believer. I was cutting classes, fucking blasting, straight mapping, looking at the globe laughing. Yo, we see way too far. I was cutting classes, fucking blasting, straight mapping, looking at the globe laughing. Yo, all of NASA's pictures of Earth are fake. They're all fake. Yeah, I was cutting classes, fucking blasting, straight mapping, looking at the globe laughing. We can't get to the moon today, never mind 60 years ago. Every day making way, exposing the deceivers, trying to wake up all the sleepers. Listen for a minute and I'll make you a believer. Mama raised a truth seeker, every day making way, exposing the deceivers, trying to wake up all the sleepers.
Boom, baby.
Say it.
Boom, baby.
Boom, baby.
Oh, dude, I cracked myself up.
So funny.
What's going on, Shapu? How you doing tonight?
I'm doing much better than last time. Thank you, Jen. And how are you?
I'm doing well. Yeah, you had a little tummy ache or something going on.
Yeah, I thought it was something I hate, but probably because they were working the pipes on this next street, and I boiled some water and made coffee out of my tap water, and
Oh,
yeah, and the next day, all my water in my toilet and the sink was all yellow and brown. So
oh
probably got,
no.
yeah, probably got something.
I ran out of distilled water recently and wanted to make a pot of coffee, and I figured, screw it, I'll just get the tap water. And here they do not fluoridate, but they do chlorinate. And wow, I could really taste it in the coffee because I never, ever use tap water to make my coffee. I don't even cook with it. I just, use it really to wash myself and wash my clothes in my house or whatever with my car and stuff. But I don't cook with the tap water. I never have. But yeah, I can really taste the difference immediately, especially when you stay away from those chemicals.
Exactly. The coffee tastes much better with distilled water than tap water.
Yes, and it is a fountain of youth for your body. Just saying. I have to warn you guys, I have a major thunderstorm going on outside here. My lights had just flickered right before we started the show, so I don't know what could happen if I lose power. I don't know. I'm just saying, putting it out there. So we have a fun show in store for you guys tonight. We're going to look at some videos and some interesting footage of basilicas, underground chambers and tunnels that they are saying are cisterns. And we have some pretty compelling evidence to show you guys as far as what we think that these things are, because I don't think they're cisterns. I think that this is just a name that they're giving them to cover up what they actually are, which is most likely the rest of the building underground. So where do we want to start, Shapu? We're going to get into the definition of basilica, because I want you guys to make sure you know what basilica means before we get into this little video that we're going to look at. I'm going to go over here to the comment section real quick, see what's up with everybody. Hey, Melanie. Steffi D's here. What's up, girl? Juan Torres is in the house. Juan Torres is getting a shirt, a Meltology shirt. I'm ordering his on Monday. Machine Head's here. Rebecca, Domestic Truther. What's up? Guys, make sure you sub and bell my backup channel, the TruthSeeker69, which is actually the name of my original channel that I had in the very beginning. I'm using that name now for my backup channel, because you never know when they could take me down. I've been doing really well so far with no strikes. Even whatever happened with the last show that we had on where we thought we were cut off, and StreamYard did say that our show was canceled at that point because of copyright stuff, but the song still played through and we came in fine. So I'm not sure what's going on, but I've been doing really well with strikes and stuff, not getting any of that stuff behaving, I guess you might say. Or they're just not, they're just not into striking you for Meltology yet. But I'm sure it'll get to the point where we won't even be able to talk about this on here. You know what I mean? Whatever. So let me get into a screen share here. Allow Shapu to share screen.
Oh, you wanted to do it?
No, you. I'm bringing you up now. There we go. Okay, so let's make this big.
I can't look. I zoom and it goes.
Wow, how did you do that?
It goes smaller than bigger. I go at 50% and it's bigger than 100. It's so weird.
Okay, so let me just go on my phone because I can't see. It's so small on my end to read. But I'm going to read it here from the phone. Now, I want you guys to pay attention to this definition of basilica, okay? Take notes. If you're chatting in the chat, stop chatting and listen, because there's going to be a quiz at the end of the day here. A large oblong hall or building with double colonnades and a semicircular apse used in ancient Rome as a court of law or for public assembly. Here's an example. A building similar to a Roman basilica used as a Christian church. Another example. The name given to certain churches granted special privileges by the Pope. Okay, that being said, we're going to watch a video, a very short video real quick, about a particular cistern under a basilica. All right, Shapu, you ready?
Yes, this is this one.
Yes. And we'll drop the link to this in the chat as soon as we get a chance.
So I'll try.
Step into the darkness
this.
and let your eyes adjust.
Do you need the sound?
That's good, Shapu. Yeah, you can leave it. I need the sound. There's no echo.
Streets of Istanbul for centuries. The remarkable Basilica Cistern.
Now pause it right there. The remarkable Basilica Cistern. Basilica. I just read you the definition of basilica, okay? Cistern has a completely different definition. I'll bring that up at the end of this video, but we're going to continue.
Created as a sanctuary for water, the Basilica Cistern was carved from the earth by 7,000 slaves in 500.
Yeah, let's pause it right there. Let's pause it right there. She said this thing is carved from the earth. Okay, I want you to get a good look at this place, okay? Let's just continue.
This cavernous basement once held nearly 80,000 cubic meters of water. When the water disappeared, 2 stone sculptures of Medusa were revealed, the hair alive with venomous snakes. Who put them here and why, we may never know. But there's another.
All right, let's pause it. So right there, they're admitting they don't even know who put it there or why. All right, we're going to continue.
Yeah, one's upside down and the other one's just like slanted on the side.
Yeah. There's a few of them in there. And then there's a few other really anomalous, interesting things as we go along.
Yeah, because they have like, I don't know how many pillars there down there, but not so many have these heads and others have other like patterns on it.
Mm-hmm.
And I could show you later that I found the same type of pillars and heads outside, not even deep.
Yep.
Just on the
From
ground.
the Basilica Cistern's shadowy depths. Deep in this forest of pillars, a hauntingly beautiful one stands alone. Known as the Column of Tears, this intricately carved roof support is said to bring good fortune, but only to those who pass a test of skill.
If you put your thumb into this hole and manage to complete a 360-degree spin of your hand, your wish is granted.
The Basilica Cistern is a fascinating part of Istanbul history. It's an intriguing masterpiece, especially considering its creators believed that once finished, it would be flooded with water and never seen again.
Now, I guess they just, excuse me, let's pause it. I guess they just carved the floor and carved the pillars and then laid brick on the ceiling.
Yeah.
What they did, right? These pillars looked extremely heat damaged, by the way.
Yeah, and you will see that some of them are not as intricate, like on the top part. It's like they have like changed some of them and maybe refurbish. I don't know.
In cultural treasures, I hope you'll go out and explore more of this vibrant city.
Okay, so this one is in Istanbul. It's got a building above it as well.
Sorry.
There's a church above this one, which I personally feel that this is just the rest of the church, the rest of the building underground. Because when you look at these cisterns, especially these older ones, they look identical to what you see in cathedrals. But let's take us over to those headshots of Medusa that you said you have.
Yes.
Listen to
Yeah, Jinx just appeared.
I told you as soon as we go live.
Okay, so I have a couple of pictures, but These are the Medusa heads that is under that we just saw. And they have them. Where are they?
So they said that they don't know who put this here, who built this. Now, supposedly it's carved. So they want to say that they carved these heads on their side like this, just carved the whole thing out.
Yeah, they say they have carved it, but they don't know who put the heads. That's right there. Just bring some questions, But these are the one that we just saw. And oh my God, how many pictures do I have?
You have a lot of pictures.
I thought it was closer than this. Oh, here. Look.
Oh, yeah, it's exactly the same. Look at that.
Same one. And even the pillars. Look, they say they have only these pillars with the teardrops.
Right.
But there's like 1, 2, 3, 4.
I guess they carved them underground and then brought them up.
Yeah.
Plopped them right there. That must be what happened.
These are runes of some sort, because you see that they have someone just put them there. It's like slanted, and the bottom part's not even the same. It's probably part of the same column but separated. But when I found the same head that they had underneath, that's crazy. So someone either moved these heads, or I don't even know.
Motherfucker.
So these were the heads.
That work? I don't know if it worked or not.
Yeah, it did.
Okay. On my end, it glitches, so I can never tell if it actually worked or not.
But you see these cathedrals are the same thing underneath,
Yes, I sent you a Yandex link of all these cisterns, just like this. This is all just like the same as you see inside all these churches and cathedrals. And they're saying that these are ancient cisterns to hold water.
Yes.
Stagnant water it's holding. Like, people are actually going to be drinking this stagnant water sitting in this flooded out basement.
I don't think so, because look at the sun. You never want the sun to hit this kind of water, because you create algae.
Yes, bacteria, yes.
Bacteria and mosquitoes could come in and lay their eggs on this water.
Yeah, all that is no bueno.
No,
saying
that. And I think that this one, sometimes you see pictures and you see the bottom. It's all bricked up, the floor. And they probably just let the water in just to make something beautiful like this, like stagnant
or it's
water.
flooded from the pipes not working or something, that part is flooded out.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, they must have built this to hold water. Look, it's holding water.
Yeah. And in the video that we're going to show later, they say that they have built a floor, a total floor under the cathedral. It's the same thing like this, but they have built the floor because the woman will say that it goes like much deeper underneath, but they had to crush all the trash that was there and then build the floor. It's just a crazy story.
That is a crazy story.
Yeah. Yeah, this is the
You
one.
sent me some really interesting stuff, Shapu. We're going to get into all kinds of stuff here.
This is, look at the flooring, all nice tiles, and all intricate, just like you would find
above ground in the cathedral.
Yeah, just like this in a castle.
Mm-hmm.
This is on top part of the castle, and look, this is like the underground. But how can it be underground with the skylight like this?
So these are the narratives. These are the narratives that they give these places, and nothing to see here. Move on.
Yeah.
Don't question anything.
Castle, cistern, so same spot. This is not a cistern there because there's no water, but this
it
one
looks
is
identical to that. good comparison right there, because I was looking for this picture, Shapu, to compare it with. It's great that you have it side by side like that. We should do a whole comparison collage of this stuff, cistern or castle.
Yeah, just like the sewers and the
Look at that one; it's all melted.
Yeah, this one's just crazy. Look at this part of the wall.
Wow.
Yeah, I have a video. Yeah, we could look at it in some time. But I've got like comparison pictures of castle. They're made just like, look, these pillars with like
the metal around them.
Metal around them.
The other cistern had that on its columns. Yes, I thought it was like, are they trying to use some kind of reuse some tech here, like, you know, to try to get it running again?
Yeah, I don't know why, because I found like this pillar, they have put that like the same type of a metal band around it. Is it because they know that it's gonna expand, or I don't know. This is in the same place. It's Constantine pillar.
Is it Constantinople?
It's in Constantinople. Yeah.
Right. Okay.
Or Istanbul. They are the same place.
Yeah, they changed the name. They changed all the names. We found Montana and Utah over by what, the Black Sea or something? No, was it the over by Sodom and Gomorrah?
Yeah. There was what's it called again? The same place as in Texas, Utah. Yeah.
Utah and Montana. Look at
Montana.
That.
Yeah. Look at this.
It's melted halfway up.
Obelisk. Yep.
Look at that.
Yeah,
now look, can you zoom in on that? Zoom in on that again. See where you see the crevices? You can see like into the obelisk a little.
Yeah, I think
it reminds me of when we're going past Baal's pyramid, and you can see into what they say is the rock face. But I was telling you guys that there were openings there and stuff. Look just like that.
Yeah. I think I've got like a...
And that would have had an outer coating on it too, guys. The coating's off.
Yeah, the coating's all off, and you can see that it was an obelisk.
Mm-hmm.
But look.
Wow.
It's all sand now.
I'm surprised they even left that thing standing.
Yeah, look at this.
Wow.
Yeah, really interesting that
they say
that these obelisks are like carved from one piece, but you can see on this one that it's all bricks. You know?
Look at that right there. See how it's open like that on that side?
I don't know what.
Yeah,
happened.
like there's big opening gashes in it. That's what it looks like on the side of Baal's pyramid, guys. I'm going to actually play it right now. So you just stay where you're at, Shapu. I'm going to play this song when they fly by Baal's pyramid. You're going to see it looks just like that on the side. Let me go over here and figure this out real quick. So we're going to watch these guys fly by this Baal's pyramid. Here it is right here. Okay, this is like a 4-minute song. But look, I want you to remember what you're seeing here on the side of this obelisk. And look at the side of this melted building. Here we go. So there's that. Could you see it?
Yeah.
All right, back to the cisterns. Here we go.
Oh, so this is the metal things that you were saying that they have in this cistern.
Mm-hmm.
But I found like old etchings, look, of some cisterns. They called it cistern, but looks like people are just working or doing something. I'll try to
Unbelievable.
zoom in. I'll just zoom in on
So I'm going to read you guys the definition for a cistern while we have this up. Let me get it going here. Okay. It says cistern, a tank for storing water, especially one supplying tap or part of flushing toilets. An underground reservoir for rainwater is the definition for cistern.
Yeah. But look at this. This doesn't look like looks like this sand. The ground is sand and people just working. There's no water at all.
Exactly.
On this one, even on this one, I don't even know what they are doing. But look at the size of it.
Right? Wait, they carved it. They carved it. That's
Yeah, they carved it. Again,
Nobody put bricks up top, but they carved bricks.
it looks
Carving some
like
bricks.
these old cathedral, but I have one that look at this one. It's just going with his boat.
Well, what's that pillar? Zoom in on that pillar there. It looked weird. I guess it's just because it's an etching or something. It just has a weird look to it.
Yes, and who draws in like squares, you know?
That's
Do you
really
ever seen these etchings?
no.
Looks like they were made like by a computer.
Right.
Close up, who draws like squares? It's all squares.
It is.
Crazy.
Like it's pixelated or something.
Yes. The technique is just...
I don't know. I wouldn't want to drink that water that was sitting down there.
No.
I'm all set. Look, it's got those metal things around it. Go back to that. Does that have those metal things around it? Maybe I'm wrong. It just looked like them.
Looks like there is something. Is it mortar? Is it the
I
metal?
don't know. It just had that metal look to it, just like what we were examining earlier on the real photos. It's interesting. Not sure what to make of that one, guys. But look, again, just like in a cathedral here, it's just more of the building underground. And a lot of these castles and cathedrals have cisterns below them, but it's actually just the rest of the building beneath. And there's probably more beneath that. It's flooded and you can't go down any further.
And I have one that's really interesting because it's like...
Now look at these columns. Reminds me of Crowley columns as well.
Oh, these, yeah, but these are pretty interesting. Look at this twist and these.
Everyone's different. That is so cool.
I don't know if they were trying some kind of new techniques or...
Wow.
Yeah. I don't know the technique to do this, but it must be soft. Something.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. That's crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy. This is the one we were just looking before they turned it into a tourist attraction.
Oh, okay.
But I want to show that it looks like this. But there's a etching. Look, this one. It's like they just found this place.
That's what I saw this etching as well, and I thought to myself, did these guys just stumble upon this? They're like, dude, what's up? There's more down here.
Oh, this thing is flooded. Then you can see that the pillar, you know, this one with the eyes.
Oh, yes, yes. Well, they said they didn't know this thing was down here. Or no, was it this one they didn't know was down here, or the one in Naples that we're going to look at? It's the one from Naples cistern, right? Underneath Vesuvius?
Yeah.
That's the one they didn't even knew existed until 1944 when it was bombed.
Yes.
Right. We're going to get into that in just a little bit, guys. Going to blow your mind. See here, it looked like in that last etching or drawing, this type of stuff, workings on it.
I don't know if they try to hide like the lines. I don't know why they have these metal.
But what's a door at the other end right there? Isn't it? I mean, it looks like a door. I don't know. It looks, maybe it's not a door.
They looks like scaffolding. Maybe they have they do repairing.
Maybe they get ready to carve out another pillar.
Probably. But, I have like I was trying to find like an old castle. But look,
Bliss says it's called hatching. An etching, a type of etching. It's called hatching. A drawing, shading
you
technique.
can see that these people don't even know what they're in, because look, he's got a shovel, and they always like try to dig, look, under the cathedral to go find treasures, or I don't know what they.
Right. They're like, oh, what's in here? But look, go back. I mean, look at how small these people are compared to this building. Even the last picture. Go back one and zoom out a little. Look at them. I mean, this place is massive. It's just, it makes no sense.
Even this one, or even like this one is even crazier. Or this one is just.
Look at how little. Oh my gosh. There's so much going on underground, guys, that they just don't want you to know anything about. And if you figure it out or accidentally stumble upon it, it's carved by some ancient civilization.
Again, Jen, a shovel. They're just shoveling down somewhere, like this one again, shoveling down.
Right. Oh yeah, he's already down in the ground a little bit. The other guy behind the pillar there.
Yeah, this one. And like I said, this one they're trying to shovel down. They know there's something down there, you know.
Huh.
But they try to tell us that they don't.
And these people did not build this stuff. I'm sorry.
No. Look at this.
They lied about that, and they lied about the earth and the shape of it and space and all that crap like that. What else do you think they might have lied about, guys? Do you think they might have lied about what mountains really are? I think so.
It's amazing.
Wow. Cistern or cathedral. All right, so let's I think we should go over to the video. The history video that we're going to have to stop every 30 seconds so we don't get a copyright.
Yes.
The reason we're going to show you this, guys, this is Naples underground. It's not too far from Vesuvius. Vesuvius was not, it was never a volcano. It's always been a melted building, some type of tower. And I don't need to get into all that, but we can show towards the end of this live stream the concoction they use to facilitate what we call today a volcano. And they've had this concoction since the 1700s. So we're going to read you the ingredients of it and everything. All you can do what we describe on the small scale to a larger scale and scale it up, and you're going to have what we call an eruption. So here, some of this stuff is cleaned up for tourism. Clearly, they put a roof over it, shored up the different arches and stuff like that. Tourism is big money. Just keep that in mind. So
we should just stop the video because they have done the same thing as last time, Jen.
Oh, we're off?
Yeah.
well, we better wait a minute then. We'll come back, right?
Yeah, we'll come back.
Guys, we will be right back. Don't go anywhere.
We'll go to probably the video from someone instead of this history video, but they shouldn't do that because we paused it every 20-30 seconds.
I think it's StreamYard and not YouTube doing it. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? It's StreamYard feature that's doing it.
Yeah, I think it's StreamYard.
Guys, it's StreamYard, not YouTube. We will be right back. Don't go anywhere. Just give us a minute, please.
But
last time it only took a minute or two and we were back up.
Yeah. So I'll just stop it. And
you know what's weird, Chapu, is that everything we're saying now should be being still recorded like last time. Remember when I said it did not interrupt the stream at all and it just continued? So
just the sharing, just to see if we.
Oh, here we are. I know that's just us on our screen. I'm gonna look at my phone to see what's going on.
But try to find the link that
go way back.
Posted in the chat. But
All right, guys, just chill. We should be back any moment. It's a StreamYard thing. It's a StreamYard thing. We'll be right back. God, I hope so.
Yeah, it's not. Oh, we're back. We're back.
We're back.
We're back.
Yay! Sorry about that, guys. You know, it's a StreamYard glitch that it's not YouTube doing it. YouTube did not go down. StreamYard went down. They must have some new algorithm that, you know, if something comes up with copyright,
Yeah.
I guess it's kind of like a fail safe. So it's not like your stream gets totally taken down from YouTube and you're just done. It's like, you know, you can correct and come back. So what are we going to do from here? How do you want to work this?
I'll just share the video that you shared, the original that I can't see because it's blocked from seeing in Canada.
Oh, okay. Sounds good.
But I'll share the Vesuvius one that we just watched in the chat so people can see it. Jen?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, right here.
But we can look at the video from the guy that goes in this underground. You know, I wanted to show show the part that she said that they didn't know that they crushed all the trash. They crushed like 100 feet of trash.
Okay.
Before we won't show it because it's in the video, but I'll just talk about it. They supposedly underneath this cathedral that we just saw, there were 100 feet of trash that people just put there. So they had to crush the trash and then
I did hear that it was used as a trash heap at one time, and then they cleaned it up and then tourism.
they just crushed the trash and build the floor over it. That's what they say.
What?
Yeah.
All right, let's see what these jackwagons got to say.
But we won't be able to play it because. But I'll play like the one that the guy goes visiting.
Okay.
We won't get any strike for this one. So probably not. We don't have we don't need the sound.
We want to see the shirt pick tonight too. What shirt pick? What are you talking about, Melanie? You mean the collage?
Oh, yeah, the collage that I was supposed to show the last time, but I wasn't. Yeah, with everyone.
I think I used it as my background. Hold on, let me see here. No, maybe I don't because it won't fit in the whole thing. I don't know.
No, but I have it. I have it ready. Yeah, but not ready, but close by.
What is this? A melted building?
Looks like it's I don't know. I don't. How do you call this type of thing?
Like a miniature?
Miniature, of a village. I don't know which.
Why is all their stuff all muffed up, or they just moved into the muffed up stuff?
Yes, that's probably what happened.
Wow.
But this is the video you shared with me, that the guy goes in the underground under the Naples.
Under Naples. This is part of that video that we just had taken down, guys, where he's down there and he couldn't believe everything that's down below here.
And it goes for miles and miles under Vesuvius.
In every direction, guys.
Yeah.
This is Naples Underground. You can look it up. There's also the link that we dropped there. And
this one, I'll drop this one.
Look, it goes down even further. Did you just see that?
Yeah.
Oh, brick. Oh, goes down.
Yeah, and they never knew that it was there before 1940s.
Yep.
And they say, the builders of the cathedral never knew it was there, but they probably didn't build the cathedral because they would have found out.
Exactly.
Yeah. And I just saw a video today from Conspiracy or Us, and he talks about another place in Italy that there's these underground under these cathedrals, and they don't know they were there, you know. But to build the foundation of your cathedral, you must have known.
You had to know, yeah. You can't just build a cathedral on top of just a flat ground. You have to lay a foundation work, and you would puncture.
Someone just hide it from history, like hid it from history. So there's
he's saying here that these are bakeries and different shops and stuff, same as you would see on street level. Well, we don't know where ground level is, guys. Look at how far down this goes. It goes down probably way further than they're telling us. We told you these buildings were interconnected. They were massive. And, you know, for the most part, people probably never even had to go down to ground level.
Yeah, in the other video, they show like how they lived before, you know, before in these cities. You know, it was way deep. You know, something really big happened, but we know here. And in the video of Conspiracies or Us, he gets it, and he knows that something big happened, but you know, he doesn't really know what. We try to find out here. And there's a LiDAR video that he talks about. Maybe we could show this video. We won't get copyright from his stuff.
And the LiDAR is of what?
A place in Siberia, near Siberia.
Uh-huh.
Did you ever seen? There's a lot of like lakes. Looks like this place was bombed, like carpet bomb.
Yeah.
And they go there under a lake and they do some new type of radar. And what he shows, it looks like buildings melted underneath.
Nice. Yeah, we got to show that.
Yeah, the guy in the video doesn't say that, but he looks at it and he said it looks like there were buildings under, like, and they say he says that they're melted. You know?
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, the word melted's coming up a lot lately, especially in the mainstream. It's very interesting.
Yes. And the video that you showed, like the guy that writes sci-fi books.
Yes.
And he
we're going to show that video. We're going to go to that clip and listen to it.
Nice.
After this, I want you to show the picture of the shirts, the collage.
Oh, yes, I will get
it. We'll have that ready, and then we'll go over to the Cornish mine and show that. You guys are going to love this stuff. Got 37 people here. Yeah, it just keeps going and going, this place. Wow. Now, if this was cooked out more, it would look like Cappadocia and Derinkuyu in Turkey. It would have those heat striations all over. They'd be like, oh, they just carved this. It was carved.
Oh. Yeah.
There we go, guys. There it is.
I didn't know it would come up right now, but
Melanie, I'll have to send you this picture as well. I'll send it to you in an email.
Yeah.
Yeah, it turned out really good.
You, Melanie, me, Patty, your son,
Deborah, Kevin. We have Steve at his drums right there. Jeannie, Mrs. Ceiling Fan Man. Ceiling Fan Man. And I'm looking forward to adding to this collage. I know Juan's getting his shirt, so he'll be in there on the next one. So if anybody wants to donate, just click the PayPal or the Cash App to just regular donate. That would be great. I am trying to get out to see Ceiling Fan Man, hopefully in September. Your donations are going to help make that happen, guys. The ticket is not cheap. Just saying. But if you want a shirt, you follow the instructions for the in the description box below this live stream.
Nice. So I think the video is done now. So
All right.
let's, which one we wanted to show next?
Oh, we want to go to the Cornish mine in England, North England. And this one, I don't know. I guess we could put the volume on, but I want to get to the part where he's doing drone footage. So we kind of skip through a little bit.
Oh, I just think about it. I just want to show why we are in Cisterns.
Yeah.
The one that they found in Hong Kong.
Oh, right. Here we go.
So in 2020, they're trying to build like a new parking lot, and they found like a Roman cistern in Hong Kong.
In Hong Kong, Roman cistern in Hong Kong. Look at how it looks like Crowley columns too.
Yeah. All separated like this.
Wow. Yes. And the columns at Crowley Columns Lake, or Crowley Lake, where the columns have these bulges in it, just like this. I mean, they're fucking identical, dude.
Exactly.
Yeah. And they say this is a cistern. Well, what else would it be? It has to be a cistern. Give me a break.
Same type, of construction in their Crowley columns. So.
Very interesting.
Yeah. So they just dug up this, and look, it's not even that deep. But
it's just under our feet, guys. There's a whole nother world just under our feet.
Yeah.
Wow.
And so the Roman went in China.
I mean, just amazed at how well preserved it is. I mean, just look at it.
Yes. It's amazing.
Wow.
And here is another story. Why the Hong Kong government has a problem with remembering the past? Well, because it was all they were the first one that got indoctrinated into the new history, because they were like the Tartars and these other people that were ruling this place before. So they had to forget about all of the history that they had to make a new one with that doesn't even make sense. The history of the Chinese, Japanese, and Indian people, it's just mythology. It's not even. So that's why they have trouble remembering why they have like European buildings everywhere and Roman columns on the ground.
Right. They're like, what?
Yeah.
Were the Romans here? Did we miss something?
And again,
while you were sleeping, the Romans were here and they built this shit.
And you can see that this one has broken off, and you can see that all of it's all bricks.
Them Romans, man. It's always the Romans and their volcanoes.
Yeah, they have to find like a culprit. So, but you can see that
the Romans.
You can see here that someone knew that it was there, because look at these metal pipes.
Oh yeah, right. They put a pipe right through it.
And there's a date on it that they say this is
1908?
1909, yeah.
1909? Oh my gosh. Somebody knew it was there.
Yeah, somebody knew, but they didn't
They were
know.
like, shh, just keep going. We tell somebody this is here, it's going to fuck up our project. Just keep laying pipe.
Yes. So the city, they ran the pipe for the cities, and they just shut their mouth about this place.
Because you're not taught what you're not meant to know.
Yeah, you should know that the Romans were Hong Kong. No, your old history is fake. So
it was during the Dark Ages, guys. Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
See, when Rome fell, the Romans fled to Hong Kong and built some shit out there and continued on. And they became, Chinese.
They became Chinese, exactly.
It's so crazy, their little narratives. Remember the fucking royal crown of Russia? The imperial crown of Russia? They said it took 2 months to make it.
It's just amazing. Yeah.
I mean, with no electricity in the 1700s, they had these two guys make this imperial crown of Russia in 2
Yeah,
months. Look
yeah.
at that crown, guys. There's no way it took 2 months.
The most intricate crown ever made. It's just crazy.
All right. So where are we going from here?
This is the Cornish mine that you wanted to show.
Yes. Okay, guys. So we've been looking at these miners, or these people going into these mines that look like slate mines, or they say they're slate mines, but they're all built out with these perfect arches and tunnels that go on forever. Well, here you're going to see what they're saying is a Cornish mine, but you can see the tunnel exposed, and it's very interesting. Here we're gonna check this out. He's kind of giving you the layout of the land here, where it's going to be going.
Yeah, they were like chimneys coming out of the ground.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff going on underground here, and they said they were mining for something. I don't know. It's little titles here and stuff. So it's like from 1700. Is that what it just said there?
Oh, I didn't read it.
There was a little caption. I think it said it was used in the 1700s.
Is it right here? Or I just passed it? No.
Yeah, right there.
Oh, used by, yeah.
Okay.
I got 1700s to 1930.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we're looking at the same time frame for X Factor, guys. Just keep that in mind. And this is what we're looking at is an X Factor building that's melted. All right, let's go up just a little bit in the video. Let's keep going a little bit more. It's just walking along here. We keep going. All right, right there. Yeah. Let's see what this is. All right. So here's the first tunnel. Just like what we see underground, where the guys are going and exploring into these supposed mines and stuff. But here you can see that it's extensive, and most of the building above it has eroded and melted away, and this is exposed. Now this seems like it's a little tunnel right here, but it goes on and on and on and on. See how you can see the whole top of the tunnel?
Yeah.
And it just keeps going.
And there's another one beside it.
And going.
Look how the bricks just popped up.
Uh-huh.
Wow.
And it just keeps going and going. And I'm like, is this an old drainage system? Is the rest of the building that was above it already melted away? And this is what's exposed? There's still, much more going on underground on other levels. Look how far down this goes, guys.
Yeah, it looks like there's rubble of old castles somewhere. I look at. Just crazy. There's nothing left.
So here he goes walking up on some of this stuff here around the supposed old mine where they were getting stuff out from the ground and stuff, where all these tunnels and stuff lead to. And it looks just like what we see everywhere else, a melted building.
Maybe he's probably walking on one right now.
Yeah, this reminds me of those coke kilns.
Ovens,
You know what I mean? But they're not exposed or broke open like what John Levy would have seen on his video. I don't know that's what's under here, but I'm saying just the shape of it reminds me of that.
Yeah, all these rocks there probably just were the bricks from the structure. There must be a lot of under this lake. They probably just filled this place up.
Yep, it looks like cooked out building right there, all those rubble. But he goes over that way to where that chimney's coming up. Maybe we can slide the video along a little bit more. Let's see. Yeah, right in and around that area. Starts coming upon all this stuff. And you can see it's melted. I mean, it's just obvious. Does he go in here? Yeah, I think he goes in here. That looks just like what we saw underground in that supposed mine. Remember when they went down that shaft and it was all brick?
Yes.
Imagine that all covered up underground. You know what I mean? It's just
Yeah.
like- and then they went walking off into one of those tunnels. Except this is all above ground. All right, so he's got more stuff he's going to go look at here in just a minute.
Yeah, these chimneys are crazy. It doesn't look like they were in use. Really, there's no soot or black and charn stuff inside. But looks like something melted right here.
Yeah, there's a whole structure up in here and stuff. It's just obliterated.
This piece here.
Yeah, he goes walking over here and looks at all this stuff. Yeah, here we go. Look at this. Just like what we see underground, guys, in these supposed mines. We can drop the link for this in the chat. So if you guys want to listen to it in its entirety, here, I got the link right here. I'm going to copy it and drop it for you guys. So you can listen to his historical narrative. See here? It's all cooked out and melted. Look at it.
Yeah.
Here he's explaining about a water wheel they might have had and the way the production of this place might have ran or something.
It's funny that you mentioned a water wheel, because I found today one water wheel that I never knew existed. It's one of the biggest ones still active today.
Really?
Yes.
No, I'll have to check it out.
And it looks like a Ferris wheel, you know.
Interesting.
Yeah. Maybe Ferris wheel weren't for entertainment, but
definitely not. I think they're components on the grid system for sure.
They were power wheels.
Yeah. And a lot of these water towers were actually cooling towers for the grid system, not water towers. They were cooling towers. Especially if you look at old world water towers and how elaborate and bricked up and amazing looking they looked and everything. They had to have another functionality besides what they're trying to say there. I think it was a cooling tower type system for the grid system where they couldn't have cooling ponds. They had cooling towers.
But maybe these not these cisterns, but maybe they add some kind of a system with water in it just to cool the buildings, not them to
overheat.
Change, you know, for the brick not to change into rocks. I don't know.
That's pretty crazy. Look at all this melt here.
Yeah. This has been sealed off. They don't want you to go there.
Yeah, we don't want you going down there. But this building got obliterated. It's just, you can see it's all cooked out rock. It's all brick. Got 48 people here. Welcome, everybody. Look at this. Just look at it. Look at that right there. See how muffed up that is? The one part?
Yeah.
The base of that?
The base of it, yeah.
Yep, right there. That's really muffed up. It's all popping out. Probably would have cooked out to obsidian if it kept going.
Yeah.
Yep, Johnny, it's muffed up. Hi, Camria. How you doing? Hey, Steve. Doug's here. What's up, guys? Mojo, Steffi, Johnny Cool, Justin's here.
You know,
Jenny T, Melanie. Wow.
Yeah, somebody came and destroyed all of this, what was left of it, you know.
Probably, yeah. Probably made sure they bombed it or something.
Yeah.
What's up, Ray? I see you in there.
And on the cistern we just looked at, they have like bombs hanging from the ceiling. You know, maybe it's just to tell us that not protected from the bombs, but they bombed the shit out of this place.
Right. Yeah, this looks like it's a bomb. Look at the holes in the ground. Like they just dropped a bomb in there. It blew up. Pretty muffed up looking. Oh, it almost looked like he was doing sign language there for a second. All right, so where are we going from here, Shapu? Let me see here. What else did I send you? I sent you that clip of the guy talking about melted stuff.
Oh yes, we could look at this.
Yeah, we'll play that. I want to play that. Look at that. Guys, that looks identical to what we see in these supposed slate mines.
Yeah.
I don't know what they're mining. They're doing a lot of bricking. They sure ain't doing a lot of mining.
Just before we show that video, I want to just show you another cistern. Not this one, like this one, yes.
Oh, okay.
You can see, look, what I was telling you, like the coke ovens or the...
Yes.
But they are... Go ahead.
They found something like this in the Grand Canyon. There was an article out there. It's about tunnels found in the Grand Canyon. I read it a long time ago on one of my live streams. Somebody says it's satire, but it is spot on description. And even the drawing that they set forth for the article is like that. What you just had up there, these tunnels, these brick tunnels that were running all through. Some of them were broken away like this and stuff, and they couldn't figure out what they were. They went down a couple of them, and it looked identical to this.
Yeah, this is what Mark and John Levi showed, you know, like these coke ovens, but here they call it cisterns.
Interesting.
In Carthage.
Wow.
Again, they have like these holes in the ceiling.
Right.
You don't want the sun to touch the water.
No, because the sun will heat up the water and create bacteria. Who the hell's going to be drinking that water? Not me. I'm just saying.
They got rows and rows of them. They say this is the biggest cistern system that they found. They dug up, probably. Yeah. But there's like a aqueduct, they say, all around it, but it's not connected to anything. So.
Right. So ancient people built this. They're intelligent enough to build this, right? Ancient people, but they just can't figure out electricity or streets, these kind of things. I mean, come on.
This is what happened when you let the sun do your water. Yeah.
Bacteria, algae, all that nasty stuff. Mosquitoes. No bueno. No bueno. I'm not buying the whole cistern thing. Sorry. Just saying.
So I just wanted to...
But that is all brick, guys. All of that. Brick.
Yeah.
Good stuff, Shapu.
So just I got to bring up your
yeah, take your time. So this other video is from End Time Productions. This guy writes books and stuff, but I just want you to hear the verbiage that's used because, like I said, the word melted has been coming up a lot lately, and it's not just, you know, me on my channel. It's just popping up everywhere. And even when I watched this video, I wasn't expecting or looking for anything like this in it. And I'm like, wait a minute, what did he just say? And he says it more than once in here, too. Shit, Chaputi, you got it? I don't even know.
I'm trying to find it. I think I passed it.
All right, hold on. Let me see here.
Or just send it again to me. Oh, no, I got it.
You got it? It's a weird looking train thing. Yeah, there you go. 7 minutes, 19 seconds. But you know what? Let's just go to the beginning of the video because I think he actually mentions it at the very beginning too. I don't think we'll get a copyright for this, but then again, I really don't know, guys. We'll see what happens. If I get bumped off, don't go anywhere.
We'll come back.
Yeah.
So cards really, really tall. They're going to
So
melt it all down. Just in time
Start it
shipping.
over again.
No one knowing how to grow anything.
All right, right off the bat, he says melted, guys.
All down.
All right, just start it over one more time.
Humanity, they're going to melt it all down. Just in time shipping. No one knowing how to grow anything or make anything anymore. It's all building this house of cards really, really tall. They're going to pull out the bottom card. They're going to let the cities depopulate themselves. They're going to reduce the population back, just like the Georgia Guidestones mentioned. They're going to let all of that happen, and they're going to birth this out of our desperation. And when our moment of need, when we're hungry, when we're dying. I'm Darren Geisinger, and you're watching End Times Productions. It is answering the alien question. So talk about a subject that churches like to avoid, UFOs, abductions. What does that mean? And are they really from other worlds? What does an ET mean? And, I think if you're in your Facebook feed, if you're a truther, you're often going to see in your scroll or your feed, aliens or demons. Don't be fooled. Fortunately, I actually do not ascribe to that view. That is an oversimplification of a very complex problem. Demons are the disembodied spirits of the giants that died in the flood. And they are our great nemesis. There is no doubt about it. Unclean spirits and demons haunt us. And as the Apostle Paul said, we fight against them. And I have cast away an unclean spirit twice with sleep paralysis, using the name of Jesus, barely being able to get it out of my mouth after a couple minutes, and it stopped immediately.
Boom, baby.
People cling to it. That is...
Yeah, I used to have these sleep paralysis when I was young, like every night. It was crazy.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
My son had it one time. He woke up. He wasn't awake. He was screaming. God, how old was he? He had to be like three or four. And he was sleeping upstairs, and all of a sudden I hear him screaming. So I run upstairs and I put the light on. His eyes are wide open, and he's not looking at me. He's just staring, and he's screaming, and I couldn't get him to wake up, even though he was awake. It was freaking me out. So I called my ex-husband. I'm like, yeah, get up here. Something's wrong with Chris. And, we just kind of kept shaking him and not shaking him hard, but just kind of trying to get him to snap out of it because he was not awake, even though he looked like he was wide awake. And then he woke up, and it was crazy. He was just he's had night terrors even when he was a little baby. I don't know what happened to him in a previous life or what kind of, if this is a reincarnation and he died a horrible death prior to this. I mean, I don't know, guys. I'm just saying, I don't know what night terrors are, but my son Chris had them for sure. He had them ever since he was an infant.
The kind of paralysis that he spoke about, I think it's for me, it happens every time. I slept on my belly, face first on my pillow. I woke up in the night with my face in the pillow, and I couldn't breathe. I can't move. I can't it's like something's pushing you on the pillow, holding your face on the pillow. And on the last breath, when I think, okay, I'm gonna die, it let go. Every night I had this for years, 2-3 years, from 6 years old to 8 years old. It's just, I didn't want to sleep anymore. But after that, I found out what it was, and I knew that wasn't dangerous because I never died, from it. But every time I thought I was going to die because
it was sucking off your energy.
Yeah, I couldn't breathe. I couldn't breathe it at all. The air couldn't enter my lungs, and at the last moment, that I think, okay, this is my last breath. I can't go on. It let go, and I could breathe, and it's just scary stuff, man.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
I know a lot of people have experienced this type of thing, and even people just say that it's like a demon on your back just holding you down. But I've never seen any demon. I experienced it.
All right, well, let's play this. I'm getting all creeped out.
Fortunately, what people are starting to happen now, and one of our speakers from the stage brought this up, there are born-again Christians who are getting abducted now, and they're using the name of Jesus, and it's not stopping. And this is going on, and people are getting disillusioned. Now, why would that be? It's because, you know, some of these entities are more akin to a grizzly bear attacking you. Now, if a grizzly bear is going to attack me, I would call on the name of Jesus. I did once in a car wreck. Any kind of peril, that's where you go to first. I would never talk someone out of doing that. But you're talking about a burglar or a grizzly bear. These are what these types of things are. It's not an unclean spirit that's under that type of authority, especially given where you are in your faith walk. Fortunately, it works like that. We're not all Daniel from the book of Daniel, where we can be in a lion's den and shut the... Get yourself there. As Michael Lake was told in his presentation, get yourself a walking pure, get powerful. So if you're trusted with your own self, you can take authority over all this stuff. You can tell a saucer that's coming at you to crash, and it will. But I think we understand that there's some lack of faith going on. And as believers, we're all on our journey. And so there's something happening to people that they can't explain, and they can't go to their churches. The abduction phenomenon. I mean, there's real scars on the body. There's traces in the field of where they were. This isn't demons, okay? Because I don't want to come away from these events with scare tactics and people say, well, that was a lot of scary, well-put information, but now what do I do? And I think sometimes you have to say, well, you are armed in your faith, you are armed in your devotions, but sometimes, you know, you need the 5 smooth stones too, and the sword of the Spirit to cut the head off of the giant. Well, because David didn't just use, you know, spiritual commands, he actually took action. Now, that's one of the subjects that I do delve into in the future. If we are going to lose our pure humanity, and is a corruption of flesh again, and we are upgrading to humanity 2.0, if we are going to move into that, and I believe that, and my good friend Timothy Albrino and other people that I respect believe that the mark of the beast is probably much more complicated than an RFID chip. It's going to be genetically related, and we're going to be dangled a carrot at some point to be something other than ourselves, and we'll love our lives unto death, so to speak, and upgrade. And then at what point? So that I want to stay as on topic and tie that back to what we were talking, because are these things that are coming now through dimensional portholes are coming into our world, taking people? I say the war is already on for them. Yeah, rebuke them in the name of Jesus first. If that doesn't work, move. Or we're in an all-out war, and so I think that people need to come away from this interview or wherever you're at more armed, more equipped. Do not fear. Greater is he that's in us than he that's in this world, no matter what they look like. Amen. So we mentioned before that these entities could be coming through. Why are they coming through now? So there was a very famous Satanist known as Aleister Crowley, and then his pseudo student Jack Parsons, who was the founder of Jet Propulsion Laboratories. And those gentlemen were both into magical workings that could undoubtedly have led to opening our world to other entities that could come through. It seemed like at the times that they were doing these incantations that the UFO sightings burgeoned, it took off. And so that's where our own government started creating programs to try to handle all these sightings and deal with it. It seemed like the evidence was supremely there that it looked demonic. It looked like an invasion, but yet as some very powerful groups were trying to push that warning, other more powerful groups were pushing the ET solution, that they were indeed superior beings visiting from other worlds. And so that you had these two different messages fighting back and forth. And so my book is entitled Zero G's. Yeah, and people will say, what a crazy title that is. If they want to see a preview of this, they could go to darrengeisinger.com. I'm sure you'll put my name on there for the spelling, but you can see a preview of the book. My book is multifaceted, so I'm going to tie it back into a second for the Jack Parsons, Aleister Crowley connection. But I really wrote it because of what we spoke about already before. I believe that the mark of the beast in the coming deception is going to be the alien saviors returning. And if it's not that, it's simply going to be the carrot dangled for genetic upgrade of some kind. And so I really wrote the book to make the thrust, the warning of that, the eventual thing that the characters run into. It's the same lie that was offered in the garden. You will surely not die. You will live forever. But the setting, my book, one thing I tried to do is I read some fiction in this truther genre before that looked like a thin excuse to get to all the conspiracy theory. So I literally took 4 years to craft a really good story that awesome.
How far are we in on this?
6 minutes, but I don't know where he.
I want you to go to 7 minutes, 19 seconds, I think. And we'll listen from here, just again, his verbiage, what he's saying about melted. I'm just saying, we'll listen to this part.
Is I believe that the one world everything, the phoenix of the one world government and religion, is really going to come about mainly after they melt everything down, because they're just not going to introduce it slow. The people are never going to deal with it. So they're dealing with the global economic meltdown, and the reason it stopped was they came on the scene to save us. They stopped the pandemics. They turned the lights back on. They outed the Illuminati and the banksters and the politicians.
All right, so we'll pause it there.
They were going to depopulate you, and we wouldn't have stepped in.
Okay, so I'm just saying he's used the word melted or melting down stuff a couple of times in this. It's a really good little interview. So we're going to drop the link to this in the chat so you guys can watch it in its entirety and look into it more if this which interests you. But I can't play it all here. I'm just saying the word melted. Britain's melting, or England is melting because it's so hot over there, and they're just not made for the heat. So their streets and stuff and all this stuff's melting over there. It's crazy. Must be driving some people nuts to hear the word melted coming up all the time. I love it. I'm like, melt the fuck out of it. All right, Shapu, I don't know. What do you want to do from here? Where should we go?
What do I got?
What you got?
Got
your cat meowing there.
Yeah, right here.
I speak Jinx.
You speak Jinx. Yeah, she speaks too much, and she's. It's okay. Well, you got these real life glasses.
Yeah.
The volcanoes.
We'll go over to the glasses one. I think I gave you a timestamp on it. Did I give you a timestamp on the glasses?
Yes.
Okay, so we've shown this video before, guys. This guy was just talking about demons and aliens and interdimensionals and stuff. Clearly, there's no outer space, so there's nobody coming from other worlds, light years away, and all this stuff. Whatever's coming here is interdimensional, and most likely, not from the good side. And clearly, these things are among us. We just can't see them. They're just beyond the veil. But if you wear these certain glasses, kind of like They Live glasses, with this certain kind of lens in it that has this red type of substance within the lens itself, you're able to see through the veil and actually see these type of entities that are all around us all the time. And they did this experiment I think during the Vietnam War, and gave these particular goggles to people who were fighting and in the air and helicopters at the time, and saw these things with these goggles on. And so we're going to play this. Many of you probably already heard this before, but we're going to go through it anyway, so you all know what we're dealing with. All right, here we go.
So y'all see? Okay.
Yeah, there we go.
I think it was at 3 minutes.
Is there some sort of cover-up?
Yeah, this is good.
Story about vets who were seeing demons with
Got a little echo.
No, because I shared with the. Wait, I'll just mute.
Okay.
Weak this stuff.
Concentrate his perception in meditation. This knowledge needed to be suppressed in order to train and program future generations. Is there some sort of cover-up? Listen to this story about vets who were seeing demons with old military tech.
To launch some, So that means that they've had about 30 years to tweak this stuff wherever.
And I know that this stuff exists because my father's role in the military brought him very close to it many times. So my father did 3 tours in the Vietnam War. And in his second tour, he was advanced enough in rank and he was there, I think, 11 or 12 months. And when he was in country at that point, he's always been a field officer, and came up in the military through the Korean War in a battlefield commission. And so, the military likes guys like him, and they let him be in charge of a couple of different projects. One of the projects that he was in charge of at the time was this technology that they introduced into Vietnam that almost brought the war to a standstill. And this technology was a night vision goggle. It is not night vision as we have it now, okay? Because the night vision goggle was done in the red spectrum. And so when my father came back from Vietnam...
You mean infrared or?
No, I'll explain.
Ordinary red.
No, ordinary red. Okay, so instead of seeing... When you look at a night vision goggles now, you see green. Everything is translated into green for you. And human eye sees green, more colors, shades of green than any other color. It's part of our evolution, our need to find food.
So that's clever then.
Correct. But see, here's the thing. It started off as red. And so the night vision goggles were introduced to helicopter pilots and gunnery people in Vietnam. And I won't hesitate as to I won't guess as to which year it was that they introduced them. But my father was part of this initial experiment with the troops that he commanded. And it was a disaster because the image was presented in red pixels, not green. And because of the technology being used at that time, it created very interesting effects that they could not deal with. So you had some officers that were part of this cadre, or this cohort of other officers that were all testing these new technologies for the military that had their troops always use these goggles. And those units became self-destructive. They went down in a horrid situation. My father was extremely practical, didn't want to see himself get destroyed in any way, wanted to return and get out. So as soon as he saw what's going on with these goggles, he had his people take them off. And he actually got praise from the military for the way that he dealt with all of this. But the effect was this. A gunner in a helicopter would have no problem using these goggles. And only everything is showing up as a sort of a faint reddish image. And it was
all right, pause it for a second.
Now, and even a greater depth, because you could also...
I just wanted to say hi, Mary. I am so happy to see you here. I was just thinking about you the other day. I was going to email you because I haven't seen you around and I was worried. I hope you're doing well, girl. I miss seeing you in the chats and I'm so happy that you're here. Love you. All right, guys, we're going to continue. Say hi to Mary.
And get an extra layer that was sort of yellowish that would be heat signatures as well. And they don't have those combined anymore in these goggles. Anyway, the goggles that were presented to the gunners, and my father tells the story of the very first time they're out with them, and they're flying along and he's in the front of the helicopter with the pilot. And all of a sudden, in a very peaceful area, not anything going on at all, the gunner in his on the starboard side of his helicopter starts firing wildly at their height, not at anything on the ground, but in an area that he was shooting at and basically causing other helicopters in their little flotilla to have to react. And my father goes on back to the gunner, basically demanding, "What the hell, dude? What are you shooting at?" and the kid is just sweating profusely, and his eyes are just dilated beyond belief. And my dad thought he was dealing with another heroin addict, but this was before it had gotten really bad in Vietnam, and the kid was not exhibiting those kind of symptoms. He was reacting to what he had seen. And he's describing to my father that he was shooting at these basically flying demons that were flying alongside the helicopter. And he knew they were coming to get him because they were gesturing at him and they could see him. And so he reacted and he started shooting his Bren gun, big 50 caliber slugs at these things, right? And they were flying along right next to the helicopter. So he's firing out directly from the helicopter, and there are other helicopters in the vicinity. So it caused all kinds of problems. And this goes on repeatedly, week after week after week. Every time they try and use these night vision goggles, at some point they encounter monsters, true monsters. Now, officers had been told not to wear these. Okay, the pilots were told not to wear them. But my dad put them on to see what the hell was going on, and to hear him describe it, it was like being in the worst kind of a demonic gothic hell. That you'd look out at the tops of trees and you'd see these creatures with big wings and claws and everything come flying off of the tops of the trees. But you take the goggles off and there's not even a disturbance in the fog above the canopy of the trees, right?
They're perceiving into an aspect of consciousness.
Correct.
Another dimension.
And it was tied to the red image. As soon as they went to green, all of this kind of stuff disappeared.
Of course. And we don't have time.
Yeah, I know.
Me studying Pythagoreanism and vibrations, we could speak a lot about this, but let's not even go there. But one question: are these connected to the modern night vision goggles people used to see UFOs,
Correct.
third generation or whatever they're called? Is this the same technology?
It's the same technology. It's just that the translation is done through a different phase alignment, and we're not seeing everything that the goggles could show you.
And they don't connect it to heat signatures either, right? Organic.
They don't do that, and then they also don't do it with a red display. Now, the red aspect of it is interesting because the green display comes from electrons, not photons, okay? And it comes from an electron transmission. Presumably, they were still doing electron transmission. They were just turning it into a red filter.
Walter Kilner worked as a medical electrician at St.
All right, yeah, we can turn it off there. Those things are crazy, right?
Great.
Right. That's just nuts. That tripped me out. But yeah, this other dimension is very close to ours. It's just out of our range of sight, our spectrum that we can see in. And I don't want to see that stuff, that's for sure. But I think about it sometimes, like if I'm driving and I see the treetops and stuff, and I think, God, is there a bunch of winged demons sitting up, perched up there or something, just swooping down on my car as I'm going by? And then I start praying to Jesus. All right, so thinking we're going to take a little break, Shapu, and then we'll come back and we'll get into some stuff, whatever you want to get into. Does that sound good?
Yeah,
or
sure.
Is it getting late?
No, I'm good.
You're good?
Yeah.
All right, let me check out something here to put on. We'll take a little break, guys. Let me see here. I think we're going to do, which one do I want to do here? I think we're going to do this one here. Okay, so this is a 6-minute break, guys, and we will be back. All right. Shapu, I'm going to take you out for a minute because I want to show everybody what my husband bought me. So I'm going to go on big screen. I'll put you back in just a second. All right, guys, my husband got me these. Yes, I love them. So I'm going to go out and do some chiseling and some hammering and breaking some stuff up. Anyway, I just wanted to show you guys that. Just got them the other day. Haven't been able to use them yet. We've had a lot of rain, but I have a few locations that I'm going to get out to and start hammering away and see what happens. See if we can't break through to the other side. It's probably going to be all brick.
Next time you go to Mount Chiha, you're going to be banging on some rocks.
Yeah, I got to watch where I go because there's like park people everywhere. And then they'll be hearing me like chiseling away. So I'm just like, you can't do that. I'm gonna have to find like some remote location somewhere or something. But I have a few different spots I want to check out. Some of them are on the side of the road, so I don't know how that's gonna go. I'll be like getting out of my car, walking over to a rock wall and start chiseling on it. Let a brick fall out and hit me in the head or something. Anyway, yeah. So what do you want to do from here? We were talking about the volcano mixture. And that concoction, we haven't talked about that in a while. I was thinking about maybe if you want to bring that up, or if you have something else you want to show first.
Yeah, I can show just first the little segment from that I told you earlier about the LiDAR that they found.
Yes, yeah, we got to check that out too. Yes,
so,
that sounds good.
So we'll start with that.
$45 people here still. I think we had like 54 before the break, so hopefully they come back. Yes, Jenny T, I love it. It's so cool, right? I didn't even know he ordered me that. We were looking for them in stores and we hadn't found any. And then all of a sudden he's like, did you check them out today? I'm like, no, why? He's like, well, something's in the mail for you. It's supposed to be delivered today. I was like, oh my gosh. They're a little heavy for me. I thought it was going to be a little lighter. I mean, he got I think these are 32 ounce. I don't know, but they are a little heavy. But like I was telling Shapu to work out my arms because, you know, when you get older, you get that wiggle in your arms. So it'd be good for me. Work it. Like,
yeah.
There's just no muscle there.
And you have the muscle.
Muscle. 52 ain't no joke. Anyway.
Ready?
All right, here we go, guys.
So this is a video from Conspiracy or Us that they probably think released today.
Okay, cool.
But we'll go to the old video. It's really good, but we'll go to the 7-minute mark.
All right, we'll drop the link for this in the chat so they can watch it in its entirety.
Yeah. I'll take it right now.
That with you guys.
Here we go.
I want to touch on a couple more subjects. I want to talk about thermokarst lakes. So I came across a really cool video that I'm going to leave a link to. The channel's name is Jim Dillinger. He just found a really interesting study that was done, and I'm going to share. I just kind of want to bring it to maybe potentially, a bigger audience. But what he touched on in his video was that this study that was done in one of these thermokarst lakes in northern Siberia, and they were doing seismic and ground penetrating radar within this lake, and there were some interesting results. And this place is super remote, and I've got it located here on a map. So again, completely isolated, just a devastated area. And when you start looking into the results of the study,
so now he just like explaining what is the radar, and the radar that is using, like the new type of I don't know, chirp radar. And he's just explaining what they are. So I'll just skip to the place that
some really interesting results, and they put that into a chart. And this chart at the bottom here represents the results from the ground penetrating radar. But on the top, this is from that sonar. And on the left here, it looks a lot like it might be a structure with all these different stories or levels.
Yeah.
Openings, windows, doors, who knows.
Like a fucking building.
And you've got this portion here, and it, you could make a case that maybe there was a structure that's now at the bottom of this lake, and there was some sort of fervent heat, maybe. But just, really interesting when you look at this. And I'll leave a link to this study. I think it's like a 12-page study. I think they explain this away as a distortion that kept getting repeated. So they kind of dismiss this as being anything other than an anomaly. But, I think we kind of tend to look at this stuff a little bit differently. So just great find. Like I said, I'll leave a link to his channel, but just fascinating stuff. Because when you look at the area itself and the devastation, and you look at old maps, I don't know, how much reliance I put on these old maps, but I do believe at one point it didn't look like that. So something definitely happened. It's just, for me, it's a question of like when, because if you believe these to be accurate with the dating, then something happened after the 1500s. But I'm not sure about that. But interesting stuff. And like I said, I'll leave a link to his video. And now I want to just do one more random update.
That's the part that I wanted.
That was really cool, Shapu. We should get a screenshot of that image.
Yeah, but there's the link to the article. So.
Oh, there you go.
There's a full article of probably the image. Yeah, right here. You see?
That is proof right there, guys. There's multi-level building right there.
So you can go here and download it. So
now see, if you go back up, that right there, you see where you could still see the different floors. Okay, that part didn't melt down and crush down on itself, but the next part over did, and they call them mineral layers.
Yeah, like here you can see like openings.
Yep.
Like here, just melted over, like just like if you go to Georgia, like these caves in the hill in Georgia.
Right.
Looks
yes.
Like this, yeah.
Yeah, we should pull up that cave in Georgia. They said they built it to hide from enemies, invading enemies. It was like the monks built it or something.
Vardiza, something like that. Vardzia. Yeah.
This is what we're talking about, guys. When the building melts down and you see part of the middle part there, you could still see part of it through it. Yeah. That'd be like the center part of the building.
Yeah. Because all the rest is all fallen down. And this place is just amazing. Look how
yeah, you can walk all through it. It's all interconnected, this whole place, because these buildings were massive and they were interconnected.
Yeah, there's steps everywhere. You can go from here to here, inside, everywhere.
Yeah, inside through the whole thing is all connected. Yeah. There's different churches in there, all kinds of stuff. Yeah, there's probably a cistern in there somewhere.
Yeah, look at these melted steps that goes nowhere.
There's always melted steps.
Yeah. I don't have my shirt today.
That was really good, that LiDAR. Did we drop the link for that?
Yes, I did. It's a nice find.
Awesome. Very good find.
And Conspiracy or Us always have some great footage, great research.
Yeah, that's a good one.
And you wanted to show this. Oh, what's going on? Doesn't load.
Yellow, you're pretty tardy. We're almost at the 2-hour mark.
What's going on? My thing doesn't load. Okay. No. At least I have it. Oh, it doesn't change.
It's all good. It'll work itself out.
Yeah, it's stuck now. It's frozen.
Frozen. So we're gonna be looking at, after we figure this out, we're gonna be looking at the 1700s concoction for a volcano, and how that they can fake volcanoes, call these things a volcano, a natural occurring thing, when they can actually produce one of these things.
So I opened the online one, so please got a backup. I tried to zoom in. Okay, yes, I can.
Oh, good, because I can't read it from over here. Okay, take your time. We're in no hurry.
Man, doesn't go well right now. Nothing. I just go. Stop the screen share. Sorry if I show you eating.
It's okay.
Just go.
My
Try
husband
to.
just brought me up a little something to eat.
Oh, lucky.
We had a late breakfast today, so I didn't even plan out dinner or nothing. I knew I was going live. So he made a little something for me.
I'll reopen my.
Yep, Mellow Yellow's got to stay after class tonight. Way late. Missed a lot of good stuff.
Okay, got it here. Yes.
They don't want us showing this stuff. It's been a while since we showed this. We showed experiments of how they can mimic volcanoes with the same exact reactions and produce the same effects. And if you scale this up, you could use it on a massive scale. You could just drop one of these in, one of these things, just go away. 8 to 12 hours later, you're going to have a fucking eruption.
Yeah.
All right, here we go.
Oh, no, not this one. Sorry. This one. Okay.
All right.
Is it big enough, or I can?
Yeah, that looks good.
It starts right here, like to make an artificial volcano.
To make an artificial volcano, guys. Okay, we're gonna go over this right now.
I'll just drop the link to the original. So here it starts. Do you want me to read it, or you want to read it?
Oh, you're gonna have to read it, honey, if you don't mind.
I do, but I will do it. So to assign a very probable cause for volcanoes, we are indebted to Lemery. So this is probably the guy that found how to make it. So you got to mix equal parts of pounded sulfur and iron fillings and have it form into a whole paste. This is into a paste with water. And you can bury a quantity of it, like they say, the 40 or 50 pounds.
Right.
At the depth of about a foot below the surface of the earth. And in 10 or 12 hours afterwards, if the weather be warm, the earth will swell up and burst into flames, and it will issue with a large aperture, scattering around a yellow blackish dust. And it is not impossible that what is here seen in miniature take place on a grand scale in volcanoes,
Boom, baby!
As it is well known that they always furnish abundance of sulfur and also metallic substance.
There you go.
This is
Telling you, they've been faking volcanoes. And if you think that's a stretch, we just read you the concoction. They just said, if you take this to a massive scale, you're going to have the same exact effect. And we've shown that they've bombed volcanoes. Okay. There's bombardiers out there that are supposedly go around bombing volcanoes. They fake space. If they can fake space, they can fake fucking volcanoes. Okay. That's nothing.
And this is from a book called Elements of Science and Art from the 1808, that they say. And I post the link in the chat if anyone wants to read. There's a really interesting other sections. They explain a lot of chemistry, crystallization, some experiments. There's even one place that they tell you how rocks are formed that we already showed you. I'm hurt, but you want to show like the videos from?
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, Mary, 40 to 50 pounds. That's just for a relatively small eruption, you might say. You take this on a grander scale, like what they have kiloton bombs. Imagine kilotons of this stuff, not pounds, but kilotons.
Yeah, imagine.
Okay. Some plane flies over, drops it in, flies away. Oh, wow, look, the next day we have an eruption in the Canary Islands. You know what I'm saying? Come on. Let's think about it. You all saw La Palma. They control the weather. We already know that. So they fake the weather on us. They tell us the weather's natural. It's just something that's happening.
See sulfur and iron, just like we said.
Yep.
But in this one, this is the same concoction that we just read.
Yes.
Because there's other materials that can create the same, even better effect.
Mm-hmm.
Because this one, he needs to like start it up.
Yeah, it needs an incendiary
Yeah.
or a something to spark it. Which is instead of waiting 8 to 12 hours, you do it like this for the experiment.
Yeah.
I imagine a directed energy weapon could do the same thing.
Yes. With lenses.
Yes.
This is only one experiment. You can see like the sulfur here.
Yep. You can see the lava rock.
Yeah, this is all lava rock now. It's all melted together, but this was the experience, and this is the new with the other materials.
This one is my favorite one because after watching La Palma and that whole fiasco over there and realizing that was all fake and directed energy weapons and seeing this just clarifies it for me 100%.
I think this. I think now that's another one. I have another one. Okay, I'll try to find the other one.
I had an article captioned from an article I think that I had sent you, Shapu, and I'll read it to everybody while we're watching this experiment. Let me go to screenshots here.
This is not the one, but this is another one. This is the one that they made like for school projects.
Yeah. And that's what I'm talking about here. It says, in this article, it says, why does Iceland's volcano look like a school science project? It's because it is. It's just on a grander scale.
Yeah, this one he still needs to start it up. But look at the the waste that it creates.
Yeah, it's exactly like what we see with these supposed cinder cone volcanoes. It would not be hard to keep the Vulcan lie alive if you're popping these things off around different places. I'm just saying, guys.
But now this is the one. This one creates like a pumice and the ash fall are all around.
Right.
And you don't even need to start it up. It just starts itself. And this one does lava flow. And look at the ash fall.
Exactly, dude. That's Hawaii.
That's Hawaii. I think it's gonna show it like it in slow motion. But yeah, like you said, if you put it like 1,000 times, 10,000 times bigger, it's a volcano. It's the same thing.
Volcanism is based on the globe model with a molten core, guys. As soon as you figured out that the Earth was flat, volcanoes came into question.
Here you go. You got yourself a volcano, miniature volcano with ash falls
and lava.
And lava. Yeah. Just 2 ingredients.
Boom, baby. Literally, boom.
Literally, boom, yeah. We didn't show you the one that explodes.
Oh, yeah, there you go.
But no, I don't have it right now. I don't know where it is.
All right, Steffi, I love you, girl.
Yeah, so that was my volcano that we did a couple months ago. We did these volcanoes.
Back in January, I think, or February.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys, you have to go back into the channel and watch some of the old stuff. It's got a lot of really good information, and we plan on going over the giant ships again as well. Maybe to give you a little taste of what we're going to get into maybe on the next live stream. Do you have a couple of, or at least a folder of ships? Maybe we can go through some of the pictures?
Yes.
All right. So we had talked about the giant ships and Noah's Ark. It seems like Noah's Ark wasn't the only ark. There may have been other arks, giant ships about, maybe decommissioned from some great war that took place prior to the X Factor event. And we're going to look at some of these pictures. And this is one of the only live streams that has ever shown these ships. Shapu found all this really cool stuff. And following in his footsteps, I found a lot of stuff too, lurking in the background of a lot of paintings and depictions of the old world were these covered ships that look just like Noah's Ark with no sails and some type of skylights in them.
Yeah, I just want to show something really fast.
Yeah, sure, no problem. But again, I'd like to mention, though, that I've not seen this, and neither has Shapu on anybody else's live streams talking about this type of ships that were out there.
No. You see this?
No, I gotta allow. You haven't screen shared it yet.
Oh, did I stop? Yeah, sorry. This is a picture that Steffi she just went out. You said, yeah.
She was saying her phone's about to die.
Oh, okay. But Steffi shared this on the group, and it got pulled from Facebook right away.
All right, let's take a look.
And it was this like Tower of Babel going like to the infinity down.
Why would they take that off?
I don't know, but I can show like on this week episode of Westworld.
Oh,
like the machine that controls the minds of the humans
goes underground. Look at that.
Yeah, look, looks like the same.
Oh my God! You know what else that looks like? That looks like the 9 circles of hell. If you look up the diagram for the 9 circles of hell, Dante's Inferno, it looks identical to that thing.
Yeah, just like this and to this. Yeah.
Can you look up Dante's Inferno 9 circles of hell real quick and go to images, and I'll show you. Just compare it real quick. Yeah. Steve and I covered the 9 circles of hell probably like 2 years ago, and it's up on my Odysee channel. It's a 3-part series. It's about 9.5 hours in total, and it was pretty damn good, I gotta say. Okay, so here we go, guys. It's the same thing. There you have it. It's the 9 circles of hell depiction. This is what's underneath of our plane.
All the layers, but yes.
Yep.
That's what they showed. And this is like a machine that controls like the humans, designed by the robots, the AI, like to enter the minds of humans and make them do stuff that they wouldn't normally do.
Right.
Yeah, the new season is just crazy about symbolism and things about the creators.
Yeah, I gotta watch this new season.
Yeah.
I haven't started. You said they're up to like 5 episodes now?
Yeah.
Go to a couple of the other depictions. Like make this one small and go over a couple. There you go. Yeah. See, it's like the same thing. The third one in, if you go to the third one in, there you go. Click. Yeah.
This one?
No, the one that you were just over, that one.
This one.
That's the one. No, that isn't the one. I thought that was the one we used in the show.
Oh, you mean
with Steve? Yeah, it's right there, I think. Go up a little. Go up a little. Wait a minute, where was it? All right, stay right there. There you go. That one that you just clicked on. That's the one we used for the show. It looks just like what you were just showing.
Yeah.
Yeah, can you zoom on that?
I'm not sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. It tells you all the levels. There's buildings in hell. There's cities. There's rivers. The river Styx, the city of Dis. All kinds of stuff. Dips and bulges, different levels.
Same thing.
My audience is so small because my other channels had gotten taken down. I used to have 15,000 subscribers back on December 21st, 2020. They took my channel down. And then from there, my other backup channel had over 4,000 subscribers when they took that down. And then I've been working off this channel and my backup channel. So yeah, I used to have a lot more subscribers. And I remember I was getting up to like 120, 150 people in my live chat when they took me down.
Yeah. I remember.
Keep coming back though. Oh yeah, I showed that one too. Yep.
Same type of construction with this one. And this one is an egg. Is an egg. Crystal egg.
Is an egg. Look at that.
Yeah. So I found this really interesting that she got pulled out.
Yeah, for not even. I mean, just took it down.
Yeah.
There's some truth to that if they took that shit right down.
Yeah. So yes, you wanted to show these ships.
Yeah, we'll show some of the giant ships. They like to have a narrative for these ships, and what they say that they are or were being used for was for either infected people with cholera or something like that, or prison ships. But these ships are massive, guys, and I think they were used for something else other than prison ships.
So I'm not
Especially
sure.
when they have all these empty buildings on land. They got to stick you on a ship. And a lot of these ships don't have bars on the windows or nothing.
No sails. Just clothes hanging.
Yep, hanging clothes. Hanging their clothes out to dry.
You know, this one, they say it's an hospital ship. You know, the first time we looked at it, they were only convicts, like prison ships, but now they are for a lot
That's
of
right, Chipu. You're absolutely right. And we're talking about how a lot of these ships are black and white. Not that it's a black and white photo, but all the ships, even when you see England ships, France's ships, Spain ships, they're all black and white. All of them.
like this.
Like this. Here's an ark. This is like exactly like Noah's Ark, guys.
Hospital.
The way they got that mast up there, it looks like it's got some tech on it or something.
Oh yeah, for sure. For sure. Because there's no.
Okay, yeah, I remember this one. There's actually 3 arks in this picture.
Yeah, there's a small one and 2 giant ones.
Yep, they got their covers on them.
Yeah.
We'll show an example of Noah's Ark in comparing this. Oh, I love this one. We got to zoom in on this. There's a bunch of arks lined up, guys. Look at these things. Tell me if they don't look like Noah's Ark. Wow.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
It's crazy. You know how many prisoners you got? You know, it wasn't meant for them. And
oh yeah, I remember this one.
You can see the colors.
Yeah, and this is Russian. Again, black and white ships. Put the covers on.
Yeah, all the covers. These are the types. This one looks like it's got like a chimney. It's like steam powered.
Right.
But this is not the same type.
Look at that one. That one looks like Noah's Ark too.
Yeah. I don't know if I got Noah's Ark around here. Probably. I know I have it in another folder, but yes.
There you go, guys. Noah's Ark.
It's Noah's Ark. But they showed Noah's Ark.
Yep. Looks just like that black and white photo we just had up.
Yeah. Is that the one with the Bigfoot? No. Remember?
Remember those 2 hairy people at the bottom of the picture? Like, what were these people?
That's not the one. I don't know in which one is it? Not this one. Not this one.
No, not this one.
No, I don't think
it was like this kind of painting, but it was more like old, I think.
Yeah, I'm not sure I have it in this folder. And I have your favorite one.
Oh, I love this. Yes, let's zoom in on this. All right, guys. So this is obviously the person who painted this was drawing things to scale to show you that this woman is in the foreground and in the background is further away, which means that whatever that thing is off to the right that looks like a volcano is huge. It's huge. Okay. But it's not a volcano. It's a building. You might even say it's a Tower of Babel type looking structure. Yeah. Off to the very left, you can see 3 arks in the background. You have arks and some type of a tower billowing out smoke.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a really good one. And a very modern looking building there too. Oh, this is a good arc picture.
Yeah.
But yeah, that building in the background there, I'm so sorry. That building right there looks like some kind of storage unit or something. That does not look like a regular old world building that we're used to seeing. And this painting was from the 1700s, I believe, right?
Yes.
So that's very, very strange. And again, this tower in the background is billowing out some type of smoke. Do you have the other picture that goes with this? The other painting, which is the reverse side where the closer view on that other one?
Not sure.
I think you had it in a different folder, if I remember.
Yeah, I think it's in a different folder.
As a matter of fact, I think I have it on my wall. I just uploaded it to my Facebook wall. Let me go get it. All right, let me scroll down a little. Here it is. Here, I'm going to share it with you right now. Send in Messenger. Should go.
All right.
And then I'm going to share this other one that I don't know if you have in this folder or not, but it's one of your pictures as well. The Mason one.
Oh.
I see the arcs in this picture here. Now, isn't this around Japan or something like that? No, I forget it.
Yes, it's Hong Kong.
Hong Kong. Okay, yeah. Look, arcs. Hong Kong. They're all over the place, guys. Everywhere. Does everywhere have a flood story? Yes, they do. Does everywhere have a survivor story with, a boat and flood story? Yes. Look, I'm showing you arcs everywhere.
Yeah, this is supposed to be Hong Kong in 1855. The British flag, France, US. Look at the towns. Nothing Chinese about this.
Exactly.
Except this boat, So I'll go get your picture. This is the one you found?
Yes. Yep. And that's got steam coming out of it. Yes, it does. Again, it's black and white.
Yeah. Okay, I'll go get the other one and this one. I'll leave you with this one.
Yeah, this is one of the ones I just sent you as well. But let's zoom in on this real quick. You can see the arc in the background, guys. You can see the skylights on it. It's clearly different from any other ships that are there.
Yep. And these people that don't know where they're going, Looks like they're just arriving here and
yeah, definitely. They're like, we're here.
Yeah. All right, so you sent me. Okay, yeah, this one.
Okay, so this is the opposite view from the last painting that we showed with the lady. Okay, this is the other side of this storage unit looking building here. You can see this tower a lot closer. You can see that it is actually a building. It's not any kind of volcano or anything. It's got structure to it, and it is billowing out fire and smoke. So there's that. And then to the right of her, you can see the arc right there. And it also looks like that flag has a cross on it.
Yeah.
And we talked all about the iron crosses and stuff.
Yes.
Oh, there you go. Boom. And then the other one's the closer one. Okay, so here you have a Masonic depiction. Again, if you zoom in, you can see an arc in the background, and it has, I think, the skylights on top. I'm not sure if there's skylights in this one.
Not sure this one.
But it's definitely an arc.
Yeah.
In a Masonic drawing with the all-seeing eye, which is Polaris. Polaris symbolizes the X Factor events. I think Polaris is definitely involved in the X Factor. When it happens, it plays a part in it. And I think the all-seeing eye is them keeping their eye on Polaris. Because if you want to know when the shit's going to go down, you need to keep your eye on Polaris.
Yeah. And this one, they show you everything that they did, like these three types of columns. They got like letters underneath them. Probably for all the history that they taught us, about the Greek, the Romans, and the Byzantines, and they all created it. Oh, you sent me another one.
I remember that one, yeah.
Is there an art? Yeah, it's probably, but I can't see it.
You don't see it in that one. I don't remember sending you that. I must have sent it to you a while ago.
Yeah, it's not the same. It's not the same part. Yeah.
So yeah, guys, we're going to cover the big ships again, and we actually have some other pictures too of the really crazy giant ships that some of these places were making and stuff. And then we also got into the ironclads, how the ironclads came out of nowhere, and they were building these huge, massive ironclad ships. Do you think these towers built over entrances to the underworld, Jen? That's a good question, Mary. I don't know what these towers were. I think that they definitely had a functionality on the grid system, like the towers that we have today, cooling towers and stuff in nuclear plants, these giant towers. As a matter of fact, Shapu, can you bring up, if you look up, like, say, 3 Mile Island or giant nuclear towers, some of the biggest ones in the world, and we'll show people what we're talking about. I think that there are something like this that has melted down, and they need to hide this stuff. So they turn them into volcanoes. I showed you Mauna Loa. Mauna Loa has structure all over it. Just saying. Icelandic volcano, brick everywhere. Spits out bricks like every 5 feet.
Yeah. Vesuvius, Mount Fuji.
Yep.
All of them.
I could be completely wrong about this. They could have had a different functionality. I'm just saying that I feel like they were something like these types of things, but on a much grander scale. There's some that are the largest in the world that are just like, I don't know, like.
Look at this.
Yeah. Now, say if that melted down, you'd have a little volcanic field there with all these little, like, say, cinder cone looking spots. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah, we see that like around Iceland and different parts of Hawaii and stuff like that.
Yeah, a couple of them close together. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And the only thing that comes out of these towers is just water vapor.
A steam or some type of smoke. What do we see a lot with the volcano stuff, with the Vesuvius depictions and everything? Even with the Tower of Babel, bring up the Tower of Babel. We'll look at images of Tower of Babel, and you'll see that there's always smoke coming out of this thing. Or it's in the clouds, or there's a cloud right above it, just like what you see here, where you have the tower and then the puff of cloud coming out of it, which is water vapor.
Yeah, it was just in the tower just before. I'll take my pictures that I already found because they're all already there. These couple types of towers. This one has no smoke coming out, but
that one does.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's very volcano looking right there. That one.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All the depictions. This one again.
That one reminds me of Vesuvius a lot, because when you look at Vesuvius, you see the one, the right side of it, where it's kind of, lower around.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like this one too.
And that's melted. Look at that. You can see right in the front there. All that's melted.
They have shown us. Yeah. It's all melted, and some, like, even this one in the middle. It's all melted. This one, yeah. Go ahead, Jen.
It looks like the clouds are coming out from it.
Yeah, and there's buildings.
All the way up it.
Yeah. And all different types of buildings too.
Mm-hmm.
This one's interesting, like square, and there's another smaller one here.
Oh, yeah.
Again. Going up to the sky. Try to find
That's very volcano looking as well, that one.
Yes. This is a new rendition of it, made with the computer.
Again, yeah, it looks like the smoke's coming out of it, or the cloud it's producing clouds. I don't know what it's doing.
Yes, it's producing clouds. Yeah. Here, I don't even know what's going on. There's fire everywhere, and it's like they are building They say they are building the tower, but who knows?
I have a couple of screenshots I wanted to share with you.
Yeah, go ahead. Just send it to me. Yep, really a volcano looking.
It's this one. Okay, so this one I'm not sure, but I'm almost sure that it's in Mexico.
Oh, yeah, okay.
And if you'll see it, you'll probably know better than I when you see this photo. But it's like a Tower of Babel looking structure in Mexico.
Just like this one in the back.
Yeah, look at all these little ones here. Yeah. So it's this Tower of Babel, even though they say this was the largest one, it's showing in this picture that there's many towers, not just one. There's one in Mexico and one down from it a little further as well, across that whatever bridge, aqueduct. I don't know if that's connecting the two towers in some way.
No, maybe they were connected.
Yeah. Like it just goes right into the mountain. Like, see what I'm saying? Like into the hillside like that. Like the rest of it's in there.
Yeah, you can see like this hillside looks like a building.
Right. Can we zoom it all on this?
Yeah, suppose where's the magnifying glass? Usually there's a magnifying glass here. It's not there. Well, I can't.
It's okay. Don't worry about it. Anyway, yeah, I wanted to share that one with you. I thought that was pretty interesting. I think Steve shared this a while ago, and then I had a really hard time finding the picture, and then it came up somewhere along the line. I'm like, this is it. But I don't have like anything to go with the picture to prove that it's from Mexico.
Yeah, I know it's from Mexico. I've seen like posts about it.
Yeah, I figured you'd recognize it.
And there's an exact one just like this.
Right there.
Yeah, right there. But the real one, I think I have a picture of it. It's in.
Isn't it in Syria?
I have another picture from.
You have it, dude. You have it right there.
I don't even know, but you can see like they are Mexican.
Wow. Yeah.
But there's people.
What's that doing there? That is a fucking component on the grid system. It's not a temple. It's not a tomb. They're still telling you that the pyramids are tombs, okay? And that you're spinning on a ball in space.
Yeah.
Just saying.
I've got. I don't know if it's in this field. Look, you can see like the same type here.
Yeah.
This one is broken.
There's one in Syria, I think.
Yeah, this is the one that I'm trying to find.
It looks identical to what we just saw in Mexico.
Yep.
And people still go up and down that thing.
I know I have a picture of it, but I don't know if I put it in this folder. I don't think I've put it in.
You got so many good pictures.
Yeah, I've saved too much. Each time I see a picture, I don't think I have this one, but oh, this was interesting. This is the base where they built the Eiffel Tower.
Really? This is the base of it?
Yes.
There's a lot going on there.
I know. This is what it looks like, but this is supposed to be the base of it.
Huh.
Looks like they just put metal rods in the old world buildings.
Yeah, that doesn't... It looks like a star fort or something, kind of.
Yeah. Maybe...
And the Eiffel Tower was right on that river, and that's usually where the star forts were.
Yep. Yeah, you're right. No, I don't have the picture I'm looking for, but I know what the one you're talking about in Syria.
Well, I think we're going to get ready to get out of here. We're at 2 hours and 33 minutes.
No,
This was a really good show, though. I enjoyed myself. I hope everybody had fun. Did you have fun, Chapu?
Yes, a lot. And I feel good. Not like last time. It was
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, you weren't feeling good. All right, guys. Well, make sure you sub and bell Shapu's channel. It is below in the description box, along with the information on how to get a Meltology 101 t-shirt. If you just want to leave a donation and not get a shirt or anything, the links are there as well. I am really trying to, in September, go out and visit Ceiling Fan Man and his wife. I really want to go out there. And the only way that's going to happen is if you guys help me, because the tickets are not cheap. I'm going to tell you right now, the one ticket that I found was $825. I'm trying to raise at least half of that, and I can cover the other half and get my ass out there. And I really want to make this happen. And I promise I will be doing live streaming out there. So if you guys want to see that happen, hit that donation button.
There's no button, but yeah.
Yeah, the link. Just please. Anyway, thanks, Melanie and Steve. We got Johnny Cool, Mary still here. I love you guys. Carla's here, Doug, Dr. Law's still here. We got Johnny, Rebecca. I know I'm missing people here. Let's scroll back up a little bit more. I'm kind of going over the same names, but I know I still have 45 people here. We're going to go out with a song tonight, so let me get that ready. Like I said, make sure you sub and bell Shapu. Shapu, do you want to drop your PayPal link into the chat as we're going out on this outro song? Anybody wants to leave Shapu a donation, he has a PayPal link. I'll give you a minute to get that up. And I think we're going to go with, what kind of song we're going to go with here?
There we go.
All right, good. I'm trying to look. All right, guys, I'm going to play a little song on the way out here. I love you guys, and let it not be said that we stood by and did nothing. I love you.
Thank you, everyone. I love you.
The sharing of biased and false news has become all too common on social media. More alarming, some media outlets publish these same fake stories without checking facts first.
The sharing of biased and false news has become all too common on social media. More alarming, some media outlets publish these same fake stories without checking facts first. Unfortunately,
because of you, we're in this mess. Forever you will acquiesce. Oh, you love to be deceived. Whatever they tell you, you believe. Get a sight, get a mind. News believer, you are blind. Critical thinker, you are not. Never independent thought. Boxing through your paradigm. Hypnotized with pantomime. Regurgitating all you hear. Spread your terror, spread your fear. Never your mind to be free. Never your eyes will ever see. Lick the boot of tyranny, begging for your slavery. They who have remote control, the teens know your very soul. Salute to the great deceiver, television watching news believer. Inject your poison where your mouth. All they have to do is ask. Never questioning authority. Blindly following like sheep. Yes sir, no sir, free backs full. You television watching fool. be free. Never your eyes will ever see. Let the boon of tyranny begging for your slavery. They who have remote control, that know your very soul. Tune into the great receiver. Television watching news believer.
This is extremely dangerous to our democracy. Extremely dangerous to our democracy. This is 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 extremely dangerous to our democracy.
In their world forever locked. Into their world forever fucked. Reality you leave behind. A prisoner of your own mind. Forever you will be deceived. Never, ever to be free. Never your mind to be free. Never your eyes will ever see. Let the boon of tyranny begging for your slavery. They who have remote control, that know your very soul. Tune into the great receiver. Television watching news believer. Never your mind to be free. Never your eyes will ever see. Let the boon of tyranny begging for your slavery. They who have remote control, that know your very soul. Tune into the great receiver. Television watching news believer.
This is extremely dangerous to our democracy. This is extremely dangerous to our democracy.